Guess who's back? It's me! MLB Review, the push to the playoffs, the hunt of October, number 8. Who you gonna call? Me! I'm the genius here. Me! Hey, what's up, baseball fans out there around North America, around the rest of the world, Caribbean, you name it, everywhere. This is Mark Spencer. Well, folks, I'm always pumped up for these times of years. We're talking Major League Baseball. We're talking about home runs. We're talking about game-winning home runs. We're talking about shutouts, no-hitters. And we're talking about making the playoffs. And for one, in my entire life, watching a game of baseball, I've been playing since I was about 3 years old. A game I've always loved, and I've watched some of the greatest games pitched, some of the greatest games played, game-winning home runs, last-inning games that played up all the way to the 18th inning in the playoffs, and now we reach the pinnacle here. The New York Mets, as I want to start out with, really, really are in big trouble. I mean, they got to step it up here, folks. They are tied with the Philadelphia Phillies with a huge loss yesterday against the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, when you're talking about a team in the New York Mets, you're talking about a team was stacked with all-stars. Billy Wagner, one of the greatest closers in the history of the game. He began his career with the Houston Astros. This guy is probably one of the hardest throwers ever as a closer. And then you got Pedro Martinez. This guy has won numerous Cy Youngs in his careers when he played with the Boston Red Sox. And don't forget about the Montreal Expos when they were still around. And you have Tom Glavine, probably one of the greatest starting pitchers ever. Ever. You know what I mean? Ever. Okay, ever is ever. And you have Sean Green and Carlos Delgado that began their careers together with the Toronto Blue Jays. You wonder where all that magic has gone. And then you have Moises Alou. Has a 31-game hitting streak. I mean, you can have all the hitting streaks and all the chemistry and all the experience in the world. But when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, you got to step your game up. And let me tell you, you got to understand that when you're playing in the Major League Baseball, you got to know that it's not going to be easy at times. But you got to have the guts to know that the fans want you to win, man. I mean, you had a 7-game lead in the National League East. And the Philadelphia Phillies felt they were dead and done, but they never gave up. They kept on playing their type of baseball. And when you look at their lineup of Ryan Howard, you got such guys as Pat Burrell, you got Aaron Rowan, you got Jimmy Rollins and Shane Victorino, and you got a great closer in Brent Myers. I know watching Myers last night, Myers. I was watching him last night, and he got the victory for the Philadelphia Phillies. You could see the emotion on his face to know the fans in Philadelphia have something to cheer for. The Philadelphia Eagles haven't been good the last few years. So thing with the Philadelphia Flyers. They haven't been good either. For the Philadelphia Phillies to do what they've been doing now is a very special thing for the people of Philadelphia. It truly is. Home of liberty, the home of brotherly love. Don't forget, Rocky Balboa, and that one too. So, folks, if you are the New York Mets, you got to take a deep breath here and really start to focus and play your type of baseball. Don't worry about wins and losses now. You just got to go out there and play your game, no matter what happens. As I move on to the Central Division, well, in the Central Division, the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers are in you could call it a toss of the hat. You just don't know where it's going to happen. But all I know, the team that wants it the most is going to win the Central and make the playoffs from the Central Division. As I look into the wild card, Philadelphia Phillies are just a game back of the San Diego Padres. But you just don't know what's going to happen between the Padres and the Diamondbacks in the NL West. Will it be the Diamondbacks fighting the Phillies for that last playoff spot? I just don't know what's going to happen. But I feel when it's all said and done, when the dust is clear, the Philadelphia Phillies will make the playoffs. The New York Mets will make the playoffs. The San Diego Padres will not make the playoffs. They're missing some serious bats. So I feel they're done with it. The Diamondbacks are back in the playoffs this year. That's what I think is going to happen. And for the Central Division, I feel that Chicago Cubs just have too much talent for them not to win the division. So those are the teams I think are going to make it for this weekend in baseball. For Friday, September the 28th, my name is Mark Spencer, and I'm going to keep on busting because I'm a Ghostbuster.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you next time, folks, on MLB Review Playoff Edition,
I ain't afraid of
number
no
9.
ghost.
So, hey, you love it, you don't love it. I love it. I'm going to continue to bring you the most info ever. Enjoy your playoff baseball on Sportsnet in Canada, TBS in the States. It's going to be outstanding. Don't forget about Fox, home of the World Series. See you, everyone.